So let's start today's topic. Today we are going to discuss a new term, topicity or topicity. What is topicity? First, we need to understand the definition. It represents the stereochemical equivalence or non-equivalence of ligands and phases of a molecule. Topicity is simply representing stereochemical equivalence or non-equivalence of ligands and phases in the what topicity gives? It gives the stereochemical relationship between different parts of a molecule, okay, like ligands and bases. And in the today's lecture, we are going to discuss four important terms. When we talk about stereoisomers, as you know now, enantiomers or distereomers. So ligands, there may be enantiotopic or distereotopic ligands, and the phases can also be divided into two types, enantiotopic and distereotopic. Next, okay. First, we need to understand what are enantiotopic ligands. By the word itself, you can easily understand the ligands which exhibit a enantiomeric relationship. Ligands which exhibits enantiomeric relationship. How it is defined? Is defined as the ligands means atoms or groups which on replacement by another ligand one at a time gives a pair of enantiomers. I am repeating the definition. The ligands, atoms or groups which on replacement by another ligand one at a time gives a pair of enantiomer. So let's have the example. Now what we need to do, okay? For example, if we have ethyl chloride molecule and if I replace the chemically equivalent alpha hydrogen of ethyl chloride by say a group Z, okay, then this change results in two enantiomers A and B. Here in this reaction we can see this is the structure of ethyl chloride. Okay. These two hydrogen, okay, marked with red and blue color, okay, they are chemically equivalent. Okay, means they are capable of chemical reaction at the same time. Now, if I replace one hydrogen, say this particular hydrogen by group Z, I will get this product and another reaction. If I replace hydrogen red, the group Z, get this product B. The product A and B are enantiomers of each other. You can see if I place a mirror here, they are non-superimposable mirror images of each other. It means they are enantiomers of each other. So these two hydrogen on replacement one at a time gives a pair of enantiomer A and B. So therefore they are called as enantiotopic ligands. Okay, here we have asterisk. This carbon is now marked with this asterisk. It means it is now became a chiral carbon. Okay, and we all know that when we have one chiral center, okay, we'll get a pair of enantiomer, okay, A and B. Okay, next, distereotopic ligand. Now, similar to enantiotopic ligand, you understand these on replacement will give a pair of distereomers. So, how we can write the definition? the ligands or atom which on replacement by another ligand one at a time gives a pair of distereomers are known as distereotopic ligand example. So what we have, if I take 1,2-dichloropropane and try to replace the hydrogen by group Z, it generates a new chiral center. Here, this is our compound 1,2-dichloropropane. Okay? And these two hydrogen, okay, red color, if I replace one at a time with another ligand Z, okay, I'm getting two products A and B. Here, these are not mirror images of each other. Okay, these are distereomers of each other. These important changes here, this carbon number 1 is became chiral. Okay, so we have these two stereomers or distereomers form as a product. So the atoms or groups which on replacement by another ligand generates a pair of distereomer. It is called as distereotopic ligands. Next, we need to understand heterotopic phases. Or first, we need to understand what are different phases of a molecule. There are homotopic or heterotopic phases. Okay. The molecules are the compounds which contain sp2 hybridized carbon are flat or partially flat. For example, if I take alkenes or carbonyl compound, okay, which are examples of which contain sp2 hybridized carbon, okay, they are either flat or partially flat. Okay. So, in one plane of a paper. Now, when they have flat structure, the flat structure can have two phases, upper phase and lower phase, and these two phases may be stereochemically equivalent or non-equivalent. That we can decide by attaching an atom or group to either of the phases. Those non-equivalent phases which gives a pair of stereoisomers are called as heterotopic phases. Okay. So when I say these two phases, front and back phases are heterotopic, then the stereoisomers which are formed are either enantiomers or distereomers. Okay. So after attachment of atoms or groups to either of these phases gives enantiomers or distereomers, and because of that we refer these surface as enantiotopic phases or distereotopic phases respectively. So that we will discuss with example. So first, enantiotopic phases. If a pair of enantiomer is obtained by attaching an atom or group to one or other phase of a molecule, then the two phases are referred as enantiotopic phases. For example, acetaldehyde molecule. Okay. An aldehyde containing sp2 hybridized carbonyl carbon. As we have discussed, it is a flat molecule or partially flat molecule. Okay. It has two phases, front phase and back phase. If I add cyanide, HCl or cyanation reaction, if I do the cyanation reaction on this acetaldehyde, the cyanide group or the nucleophile can approach to this carbonyl carbon from the front face, like which is shown with the blue arrow, or from the back face, okay, as shown in with the red arrow. Okay, and we'll get two products. Okay. These two products are enantiomers of each other, okay, non-superimposable mirror images. Therefore, the two faces of acetaldehyde are referred as or known as enantiotopic faces. So, attack of nucleophile from either of the face, front or back, gives a pair of enantiomers as a product, and that is why the faces are enantiotopic. Here, we need to understand one thing. Initially, this carbonyl carbon, sp2 hybridized carbon, is achiral. Okay, it is attached to three different groups, but it is achiral. After the reaction, we get the carbon which is converted to chiral center. It is attached to four non-identical groups or atoms. Okay. So such carbon centers are known as prochiral center. The carbonyl carbon here in the acetaldehyde molecule is referred as prochiral center. It is converted to the chiral center after substitution with cyanide. Next concept is distereotopic phases. Similar to enantiotopic phases, if I get a pair of distereomers, okay, after attaching an atom or group from the two faces, I referred it as a distereotopic phases. Definition can be written like, if a pair of distereomers is obtained by attaching an atom or group to one or another phase of a molecule, is called as distereotopic phases. Example, we take this molecule where again we will do the nucleophilic substitution at this carbonyl carbon. Okay, a new chiral center is generated, okay, and the two products formed are distereomers of each other. Okay, so this molecule has two faces, okay, cyanide attacking from the front face or cyanide attacking from the back face, okay, are distereotopic. They give products which are distereomers of each other. So this is all about the heterotopic phases, enantiotopic as well as distereotopic.